Are you frustrated that we still don't know anything about the gunman?
Very frustrated because some of his friends say doesn't make sense that he would have done it. Other information says, well, he went to a range 40 times to practice. And that was the same range the Department of Homeland Security officials used to practice their shooting. So there must be footage of him doing that. There's got to be more information. I think
Yeah.
they got into his phone finally. So all of that information, I mean, needs to be forthcoming. If I were President Trump, I'd be completely frustrated by the lack of action that we've seen in the past year.
Looking back on that incident just more than 12 months ago now, and it was quite incredible watching the footage that Donald Trump happened to turn his head in at that moment. He was just milliseconds away from it being a different outcome. Do you believe it was divine intervention?
I do. I do. I think that's the only thing that can explain that. I mean, I think it was the hand of God. And I think Donald Trump is a changed person because of it. He is, I think, different because he realizes he was saved for something important, and that is really to save America. I mean, sometimes I think about what would have happened if he would have been killed. Kamala Harris would be our president right now. The country would have been thrown into turmoil. I mean, God really not only saved President Trump, he really saved the country. It would be a disaster right now. So that's why I think he's acting with such urgency on so many issues. I mean, he realizes this is a gift from God that he's been given, and he is acting very quickly to try to get as much done as he can in this second term.
I want to talk to you about the Democrats. It appears some of them are encouraging attacks on ICE agents. Some desperate Democrats are showing that they're all in on this Trump resistance, and it appears that some are encouraging attacks. Look at this.
Donald Trump's modern-day Gestapo is scooping folks up off the streets. They're in unmarked vans, wearing masks, being shipped off to foreign torture dungeons.
This is America. This is not the Soviet Union. We're not behind the Iron Curtain. This is not the 1930s. And every single one of them, no matter what it takes, no matter how long it takes, will, of course, be identified. That, in fact, is the law.
They're acting more like vigilantes than of agents of our government. How can we even trust that these are government officials? It's nothing more than kidnapping.
And just like what Tampon Tim said, Ilhan Omar claimed that ICE agents were sending illegals to dungeons around the world. She says that we're seeing people be abducted and sent to dungeons in foreign countries. I mean, Jeff, this is insane. And these claims are being made by the left while ICE agents are getting shot at.
Right. It is insane. Now remember, go back to COVID. I mean, the Democrats were masking up. I mean, they were all for masks. I mean, the Democrats never met a mask they didn't love during COVID. Now they want people that are really being threatened, people whose family are being threatened, to be unmasked so that they can be targeted. And let me tell you, these leftists, many of them are deranged. Many of them do commit violence. You've seen an incredible increase in the attacks on ICE.
Mm-hmm.
More people were deported during the Obama administration, yet there was never an attack on ICE. This is all because of the Trump derangement syndrome and all the left-wing nonsense that is being really targeted at Donald Trump. They see this as a way to get after Donald Trump. And really all he's doing is sending ICE out to take people out of this country that are here illegally. And they're starting with the violent ones, the ones that have criminal records.
Yeah.
And the American people support this. They don't want these people in this country. So the Democrats can continue on this road, but it's not going to help them politically. I think it's going to make it even harder for the Democrats to win back power because I think they're out of step with the American people. I really do.
Yeah, and you make a good point that the data and the polling shows that the majority of Americans do support this, do support deporting illegals. And as you say, ICE agents at the moment, I think assaults are up more than 700%, which is so concerning. But LA Mayor Karen Bass, she's been campaigning against ICE, and she's signed an executive order which includes offering cash payments to illegals in response to the ICE raids. She says cash cards with a couple of $100s on them can be distributed by immigrants' rights groups in the space of about a week.
The executive directive that I will be signing in a few minutes is to help the city family, to help the city workforce, to help the city departments and all of the general managers essentially develop preparedness plans that have specific protocols and that help city workers know how to address immigration officials should they approach a city department.
Jeff, as you say, some of these raids has resulted in detaining countless violent criminals, but Karen Bass, we just heard her, she's doubling down on her defence of illegals.
Karen Bass is someone that trained in communist Cuba. So she is a communist. Of course, the mayoral leader in New York is a socialist / communist. I mean, that's the direction the Democrat Party is going into, the far, far left. And you know, she's talking about this kind of assistance program for illegals. What about our working citizens? What about those that are legally here, that are tax paying? What assistance is she offering them? And of course, these illegals are taking jobs that could go to legitimate citizens of this country. And they are really doubling and tripling down here with this program of getting behind folks that are here illegally. It's amazing to me. I don't think it's going to work. Karen Bass has presided over a horrible response to the fires, the riots that occurred a few weeks ago. Now she's doing this kind of a program. She's trying to really usurp what the federal government has a responsibility to do. Cities have no right to get in between what ICE agents are doing. That's not the role of a mayor. So it just goes to show you the split that we have in this country between the two parties. And I think the Democrats are just moving further and further to the left. I don't think it's going to help them. I really don't.
I want to talk to you about an Australian story that is making headlines around the world. The e-safety commissioner here, known as Karen, has been pushing to have children banned from YouTube. Now, it has been revealed that Julie Inman Grant's office actually published several children's cartoons to YouTube as part of her own social media publishing strategy.
Only you have the power to protect your personal information.
You know what? You're right. I'm saying no to Jeddah. I'll be careful who I share my personal information with. It's a good thing you're so responsible, Wanda.
Well, it is my greatest power. We all have the power to be responsible. Protect your personal information. And if you're still not sure, ask an adult you trust for help.
eSafety has a lively YouTube page featuring videos with cartoon animals, kid-friendly animations to educate children. Yet the eSafety Commissioner has been pushing to ban 15-year-olds from YouTube. I mean, Jeff, how would Americans handle this sort of thing over there if there was this censorship push, this pushing for a YouTube ban for children?
You know, it would not go over well. I mean, this is a country that has a First Amendment. Thankfully, efforts to try to censor Americans have not gone over well. You saw it during COVID. There was a pushback. Hillary Clinton was doing an interview the other day where she was talking about, you know, banning material on social media, and she got a lot of blowback for that. It's not something that the American people like to see. I mean, as long as the content is not promoting violence or profanity or something that is, of course, not appropriate for young people, I don't think American people would stand for that at all. So, yeah, it's just thankfully something that we have in this country that we need to make sure that we embrace, and that's the ability to speak our minds and to have this First Amendment. It really sets us apart from a lot of countries.
Jeff Crouere, thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour. Great to speak with you.
Thanks so much.